Hey guys, so we're going to use the Astro Essentia deck. I've decided to go ahead and do this for my client today. And so this is the book. I've had this deck, I think, 4 to 6 months. I've been using it frequently more and more. Just show you how popular the relationship spread is. Look at that book. So people want to know. I laid out some stones here to help with some energy and lit some candles. So I'm going to read to you and explain this and tell you about this. There should be only one part to this video, I assume, for now. There is, I'll label if there's a part 2. So, anyhow, I made a joke to her a moment ago. So, Ursula Snow's teaching tarot cards today. So, I prefer professor over teacher, haha. So, I want my doctor's and my PhD in my mind. I'm not going back to college, so here we go. So, alright, let's see. Relationship spread. It says to get more information on matters with regard to relationships, I suggest that you use just the planet and sign cards to glean more about what energies are at play. Pull a planet and sign card for each of these 3 questions. The first row, it says, what energy am I bringing to the situation? And when I was shuffling the cards, the first row is the planet. I said, I put her name in there. What is she bringing to the situation? And we have Venus. Venus is the planet of love. Let's see what sign is brought here. What is she bringing to the table? Libra. Libra is the scales. That is balance. So when I did her reading the other night, that Libra card was about her. There was a split in the oracles. So she's bringing balance and she's bringing love to the table here. Okay, the second one says, what energy is the other person? What energy is the significant other is bringing to the table? They're bringing Mercury. Which I'm going to have to look that one up. Little glance in on it. I'll have to get my book because it tells each one. Some of these things I know by heart or know things about them. The Mercury, I'm going to have to pull that one up for us. And he is also bringing Scorpio energy to the table as far as the sign. So let's pull those up. Oh, I pulled in the wrong spot. Sorry, guys. Recap. That's the end. Sorry. He is bringing, I apologize, I hit the wrong spot. It's hard to guide the camera. So he's bringing the planet Jupiter into play here, which is one of the biggest planets. Is also what my ferret's named after. The scientist claims, random note, that it rains liquid diamonds on Jupiter, which is really phenomenal. Just random note learning. And he brings Aquarius energy to the table. Sorry that we jumped ahead there. My fault. Let's look up Jupiter and Aquarius. Let's see. Because I'm still learning this. Let's see. I can get it together. Jupiter, page 20. It's weird holding this and running the camera. Okay. Excuse me. So, Jupiter, it says, expansiveness, growth, and abundance are the themes of Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system. This planet brings a sense of optimism, faith, and generosity to all with which it interacts. In our charts, it shows where we feel expanded, are oriented towards growth, and feel abundance and generosity. It can also speak to our experience of faith, spirituality, or religion. Jupiter's main function is to expand. Thus, it makes everything it touches bigger, and sometimes that can create excess. The overall goal of Jupiter, however, is to create space. Look to the sign Jupiter is in to get more insight into style of your growth and expansion or the topics about which you may feel optimistic. The house where your Jupiter lives can give more information about the areas of your life experience, the abundance that Jupiter brings. Keywords: expansion, growth, abundance, optimism, faith, generosity, religion, spirituality, philosophy, and luck. Actions: expanding, being optimistic about something, being lucky, having faith, growth. Place Jupiter card next to the cards of the sign and house that Jupiter can be found in your chart to gain more insight into how it functions. So, like I said, I know these people a little personally, and we're lacking a little faith here and believing in ourselves, but he is bringing, some of this wonderful energy here, but needs expansion. Let's see what the Aquarius holds, see what that maps against Jupiter. I cannot talk today. Good times. Let's see. All right, Aquarius, where are you? Page 61. Okay. Sometimes I wish I was a mind reader and could get people's heads, but then again, I think I would be really, really depressed. So it's probably not a good thing. Let's see. The water bearer, the eccentric, the mad scientist. Okay, this person in question is eccentric. So, all right, here we go. Wants to create a new world, but built on high ideals and unconventionality. The visionary of the zodiac, this air sign holds the big picture, sometimes to the detriment of smaller details like other people's needs and desires. From this detached and objective nature, the genius of the Aquarian mind emerges. They are passionate about humanity as a concept and can lack the ability to connect on a more personal level with others. Oh my God, this is connecting. This is scary because, like I said, it's a little personal. I know people. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Even seeming cold and uncaring at times, fixed by nature, they can be stubborn. And this person, I know they are an earth sign, and that is, they're like a Taurus. They're very grounded. They're stuck. Yeah, they're very stuck. Let's see, fixed by nature, they can be stubborn in their convictions. That is until a better idea occurs to them. Innovation, eccentricity, and revolution are highly valued by Aquarius, often attuned to politics and social justice issues. They will work tirelessly to birth the new world order that they can to see so clearly in their mind's eye. Ruled by the planet Saturn, Aquarius is their own authority, and they tend to rebel against conventional authority figures and structures. They don't care about fitting in and can be somewhat eccentric or quirky, which that all lines up. It says, or quirky in their presentation. Shocking people is a favorite pastime, and this sign can tend towards the strange just for the sake of being different. Aquarius folks are known for their eclectic taste in all things discomfort with messy emotional displays and thinking way outside the box. Aquarius rules the shins, ankles, and circulatory system is associated with light blues and aquas. Keywords: rebellion, revolution, genius, detachment, objectivity, ideals, humanity, weird, eccentric, unconventionality, fixation, change, style, aloof, idealistic, quirky, arrogant, intellectual, objective, righteous, awkward, innovative. Place the Aquarius card next to the card of the house that contains Aquarius or any planets that you may have in Aquarius chart to gain more insight into how this energy shows up in your life. And like I said, I know personally these people on, a personal level, not in depth, but I will tell you, this matches this person all the way. Both these parties involved here. This is hitting dead on the head. So let's go to the third one. We have Mercury. Sorry that I flipped this earlier. And we have Scorpio. I believe this may be what to resolve or fix this issue. Let's see. What energy action is needed to resolve this issue? So we have Mercury, and we'll look Mercury up, and then we have Scorpio energy. So Scorpios, a lot of time, they are truth bearers. They will tell you like it is, where Leo and Aries will do the same as well, even though they are a water sign versus the fire. And Sagittarius are very blunt as well as fire. Fire are always very blunt, but Scorpio is the most blunt of the water signs. They will look at you and say, fuck you, I don't like you, kiss my ass. And I think that may be what this relationship needs. They need to look each other in the mirror, and they may, look at each other, and then they need to look in the mirror and be like, what can I do to make this better? Especially this other person. They are walking around with their head down when they have the world and potential to offer. So I'm getting motions over here from the side chair. I hear code of shame. They wear a code of shame, and which that's not me talking to a spirit guide. That is the client being read. I'm getting some hand motions, but we know each other decently well, so I know what's up here. Let's see what this Mercury holds. Page 14. Bear with me, guys. So this, like I said, this deck has been very amazing when it comes to helping relationships. This is very spot on. Anybody I've read with this has been pretty spot on. I've used it on myself as well. It gives a lot of cut and dry, black and white, clear decision. There is no indecision with this. When I read this, it's pretty cut and dry. It tells the story. You can do general readings, but this is amazing as a clarification deck on top of a general reading. So let's see what Mercury has to say. It says Mercury orchestrates the movement of information through the worlds. The messenger, Mercury delivers our messages and makes meaning of the messages we receive. In our charts, Mercury governs our communication, perception, intellect, and how we think and learn. It shows us how we perceive the world around us and how we navigate communicating with others. Your Mercury is the filter through which information comes to you. The sign your Mercury is in suggests the style in which you communicate and the way your mind functions. Look to the house where your Mercury lives to glean information about the places in your life that get you thinking, communicating, and learning. Keywords and concepts: communication, perception, thinking, the mind, travel, learning, intellect, movement. And when I read that, I think about the female here in this situation. She's always moving very fast, and she does all these things. She wants to travel. She's always wanting to learn. And let's see, the act and her actions: communicating, learning, perceiving, thinking. I think that needs to be done on both ends here on this case, which they are receiving help, and that's good. They're moving forward. It also says place the Mercury card next to the cards of the sign of the house that the Mercury can be found in your chart to gain more insight into how it functions. Now, if we look at this overall, there could be a way to fix this. But it is definitely going to take both parties. The reading that I just did, it had 2 parts when I did the harmony spread. This is for the same people. And, there's a lot of good here to offer. But this person in question, they've got to get a grip on their life. Because if not, they're going to lose that Hierophant, that happy marriage. They're going to lose that relationship. And they've got to learn to communicate and take action. And they got to be present. They've got to be seen. They've got to be heard. And there's got to be communication that's got to happen here. And they got to be able to look at each other and say, well, you know what? I'm going to tell you a story about some kids I worked with one time. They was like 18, 19-year-old, and they thought they were in love. And the girl was a little jealous. She didn't want her boyfriend even hanging out with his friends and shit. And she asked me, her and him both were friends with me, and they asked me for guidance or help. What do you think we could do? Blah, blah, because all we do is fight. I said, well, you need to let him be his own person. You need to let him, go see his friends, do whatever he needs to do. And she's like, well, that she acted like he's the love of her life, and she hadn't known him 6 months. And I'm like, and all they did was fight, and it was mainly because of her. And I said, it sounds like you got a communication problem. That's what cost me my marriage. And I said, that's what's going on here between you two. And I looked at the guy, and I said, this is a little, if you have sensitive ears, please turn back now. Pause this. I looked at the guy, and like I said, they were young kids, and I was, early 30s, and I looked at him, and I said, so does she suck your dick to the left? And he just smiled, and she looked at me like I had hit her. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. That's that Scorpio energy. They need to be able to look at her and say, hey, you're not sucking my dick to the left. I like my dick sucked to the left. You are not a mind reader in a relationship. Either party, you got to learn to talk. And it cut me off. Oh, no, it didn't cut me off. It kept going. I was pissed. I thought my camera went off. All right. So that was weird. I thought my camera dipped. Sorry, guys. So you've got to have that. You got to have that mental clarity. You've got to have that communication. You've got to have no secrets. You got to have truth. You got to have trust, because you have jack shit nothing if you don't have that. So Scorpio energy is a good thing to have. And, if these people come together and keep working, they might could have something. But if this other person doesn't meet this person with balance and love back on their side and get their head out of their ass and learn to listen and take the words they're hearing and be like, well, my partner needs this. Their needs are not being met. This is why we keep having a scuffle. They don't listen to this person. Hey, I like my dick sucked to the left. I like my back rubbed, right there below my ass crack. They're never going to get anywhere. You have to work in a partnership together where it's romantically, it's friendship, it's work. It does not matter. You have to work together. So sorry about, I swear I grew up in church. I'm not Christian anymore. I don't follow that path. Christ may have walked the earth. That's cool. He may exist. But I'm preaching today, okay? I'm on my soapbox because anybody can make anything work. They just have to get their head out of their ass. So that's probably going to be the title of this. I think it's kind of funny. So I love you guys. Keep your head up. Instead of looking and walking with your head tucked in your chest like a child, look up and say, I got this world, I want this. This is something I need. This is something I deserve. And be humble and go out there and ask for it, grab for it, take it by the reins, the horns, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Don't beat the dead horse, though. If you take somebody to water and they keep drowning in the fucking water in the mud, you're eventually going to have to leave them behind no matter how much you love them, because self-care is the gain to your own power. And this person is losing some of their power because they're trying to take care of their partner. And you can't just keep dropping the ball. Self-care, self-love is back to your self-power. So if these people will learn to communicate, which I know they're getting help, there's hope here, and there's a grounded goodness here. This is some good energy. Look at these cards, and not to say just all negative here. Yes, this person's got problems, but look at this. This energy is beautiful. If they will just learn to do this and say, hey, I need this, and what can you do about it? And one of the questions, what energy are you bringing to the table? This is what needs to be brought to the table in this relationship right here. Something else astrology, people like, you believe in fortune telling, you believe in astrology. Well, you know what? I believe it carries weight, carries a lot of weight, but it's how you're raised and the choices you make as an adult. And this person is not taking action. They're just sitting there with their head up their fucking ass. So, but if they keep going this route, they're going to have something. So I hope this helps somebody today. I've enjoyed doing it. I'm very passionate about reading my cards. I love you guys, and I will see you later. If you would like a Halloween special, message me before October 29th. It's $20 for 45 minutes. All right, I love you guys. Bye.